this is a news update reaching you live from AFRICUNIA television studio. I'm Deborah Ezeh. Many thanks for joining me. On news update today, we begin from Uganda, where Ugandan police have arrested 7 people for allegedly belonging to 2 terror cells and having links to a raid in the central Lukaya and Butabala districts. Police spokesman Fred Enaga said intelligence operations had shown the fugitive cleric Imam Suleiman Nsubuga was preparing the suspects for attack. The Ugandan government last year blamed Islamic State-affiliated Allied Democratic Forces for a series of attacks in the capital Kampala, which left scores dead and dozens wounded. And moving on, the European Union on Monday reiterated its opposition to the lifting of patent vaccines against COVID-19. This comes 3 days before a summit with the African Union, which has made the subject one of its priorities. It said, and I quote, "We do not want to call into question a system of intellectual property that allows innovation and that has made it possible, in particular, to have a vaccine for humanity very quickly with regard to COVID-19, said French Minister for Foreign Trade, Franck Riester, at the end of a meeting in southern France with his EU counterpart. The 27 EU member states, including France, gave their support on Monday to a Commission proposal to facilitate access to voluntary licenses authorization granted to companies to manufacture and export vaccines, which will remain protected by patents. And now in Nigeria, the federal government and the 36 states are set for a showdown over the planned deduction of 950 billion naira from the allocation due to states in 2022. To this end, it was learned that the Commissioner for Finance in all 36 states are expected to meet in the coming days. The President Muhammad Buhari on Tuesday transmitted the 2022 Appropriation Act Amendment Bill to the National Assembly, seeking the approval of the Federal Parliament for a supplementary budget with estimates totaling 150 billion naira. Buhari also sought approval for another 2.557 trillion naira to extend payments for subsidy on petrol. And still in Nigeria, the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Emefiele, has said his major commitment at the moment is to assist President Muhammad Buhari stabilize the economy and place the country on the path of growth. Emefiele, whose interventions have seen the economy take a turn for the best, said he remained focused on his job and will continue to support Muhammad Buhari-led federal government's economic recovery drive. And now on to the foreign scene. Kyiv appeared to blame Russia for a cyber attack on Tuesday as US President Joe Biden warned that more than 150,000 Russian troops were still amassed near Ukraine's borders after Moscow's announcement of a partial pullback was met with skepticism. Hours after Moscow's announcement, Ukraine said the online networks of its defense ministry and 2 banks were overwhelmed in what is called a distributed denial of service. The maneuver works when hackers flood a network with unusual high volume of data traffic to paralyze it. Although Kyiv did not name who was behind the incident, a statement suggested it was pointing the finger at Russia. And still on the foreign scene, Canada will ease entry for fully vaccinated international travelers starting on February 28th as COVID-19 cases decline, allowing a rapid antigen test for travelers instead of a molecular one. Antigen tests are cheaper than a molecular test and can provide results within minutes. The new measures, which include random testing for vaccinated travelers entering Canada, were announced by federal government ministers at a briefing. Canada will monitor conditions with an eye on dropping coronavirus testing requirements for fully vaccinated Canadians who make short trips less than 72 hours. And in Mexico, dozens undocumented migrants on Mexico's southern border sealed their mouths shut on Tuesday in a bid to convince the country's immigration authority to grant them passage towards the U.S. border. The migrants, mostly Central and South Americans, helped each other seal their lips using needles and plastic threads, leaving a small space to consume liquid, and using alcohol to wipe away drops of blood from the stitches. Mexico's migration agency said in a public statement that it is working that these measures have been carried out with the consent and support of those who call themselves representatives, with the intention of pressurizing authorities on an attention already provided. And moving on onto the sports scene, Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola described Bernardo Silva as a perfect player after he scored twice in Tuesday's 5-0 thrashing of Sporting Lisbon. City all but confirmed their place in the quarter-finals by inflicting Sporting Joint's biggest home defeat in European competition as they underlined their status as Champions League favourites. Guardiola has told Silva he needs to improve his goal scoring if he is to elevate his game, and the midfielder answered emphatically on Tuesday night by scoring his first double in Europe's elite competition. And finally, Cristiano Ronaldo is attracting the interest of Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich and Roma should he decide to quit Manchester United this summer. The Portuguese return to Old Trafford has turned sore, with United unlikely to win anything this season and facing a battle to finish in the top 4. Ronaldo, 37, has been linked with a move away this summer if they fail to qualify for next season's Champions League. The reports claim there will be no shortage of interest in signing the €500,000 a week forward, with PSG the most likely option. But a reunion with ex-Real Madrid boss Jose Mourinho at Roma, an intriguing possibility. And that is a news update from us. For more stories, visit our website on www.africunia.tv. Follow all our social media platforms respectively on Jointum, Pangram, Instagram and on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay connected and up to date to our news and other programs. My name is Deborah Ezeh. Thanks for watching.